academic life in Allahabad and political life for national integration. It's very important, very important.
All my contemporaries are no more in Allahabad.
How do you decided to go Allahabad to study?
Actually, I was told that law studies the best in Allahabad in those days. So since I had the mind to join only politics, I want to equip myself in law so that in future this will be helpful to me. That's why I have decided to go to Allahabad from Calcutta Scottish Church College. I did my intermediate from Scottish Church, Calcutta.
Oh,
Then for BA and LLB, I went to Allahabad in 1954. Then I was there from 54 to 58. I graduated in law in 58. Then after that, I joined politics in the same year.
in 58.
Yeah, 58. I was that time I was quite young. So then I became parliament member when I was 31 years old.
Okay.
Then on that same year, I was appointed as parliamentary secretary attached to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Then since then I was active in politics till today.
Till today, that I am looking. I was born in 1958. Sir, you have played a very important role, and I think you are the only president who signed the
Yes,
16 point
16 point.
Yes.
agreement.
there was a time in Nagaland when the situation was boiling up. Violence because of armed clash between Indian security forces and Naga underground. Then at that point of time, it was 54 to 56, 7. Houses were burned, granaries were burned, villages were grouped, and Nagas have really suffered, unseen, unheard, unloved by the outside world. So at that point of time, I happened to come from Allahabad after graduating in law. Then there was a convention held in my village in 1958. So through that, Nagaland, there should be peace in Nagaland. And therefore, in 57, before I came, the first convention was held in 1957, which decided that Naga should come out from Assam. And then from Nifa, also they came out. It was called Tuensang Frather Division. It was Naga Hills district of Assam. So it combined into Naga Hills Tuensang area under a separate administration in 1957. Then followed by this 58 convention in my village. There I joined politics, 1958. Then 59 we have one convention, Naga People's Convention, where we have decided that we shall join Indian Union under certain conditions, and that is called 16 points agreement. Then in 1960, we went to Delhi in the month of July, met the Prime Minister of India, Sir Jawaharlal Nehru, and then arrangement was made that Nagaland will be the 16th state of the Indian Union. Since that time, I was fully engaged in political activities, both in the state as well as in the country. I was first become interim party member And then after that, I joined the Indian Parliament. In Indian Parliament, I was there for 10 years. First, I was appointed as a parliamentary secretary attached to Panditji, because he was holding the portfolio of Ministry of External Affairs. After his death, when Mrs. Indira Gandhi took over, then I was appointed as Union Deputy Minister of Railways. Then again I handled the food ministry also. Then I came back to Nagaland and joined this Nagaland politics. Then I became Deputy Chief Minister. Then I became Chief Minister for 4 times. Then after that, I left Nagaland politics. Then I was appointed as Governor of Goa, then Maharashtra, then Gujarat. Then lastly, I was in Orissa. Then after completion of all this, I came back home. Now I'm having a full rest our life. Now I don't have any obligation towards anybody except God and my people. So even now I'm active in helping my people, meeting young people, all these people here, exchanging our views, advising them to be part of a great nation. And because for the last more than 60 years, I have been deeply involved in Indian politics. So even now, I always tell my people, try to play a bigger role in Indian politics. Don't confine only to state. And I have been advising that Indian leadership, you treat all areas as your own children. Otherwise, India, the unity of India is bound by the golden thread of secularism. Because in India, we have Aryan stock, we have Dravidian stock, we have Mongolian stock, we have Persian stock. But we belong to one family because secularism. Why should you talk about religion? It is personal. If you want to be a Hindu, good, be a good Hindu. If you want to be a Christian, be a good Christian. If you be a Muslim, good Muslim. But we belong to the same family. And why India is beautiful? Because India is like a big flower garden where you have different kinds of flowers. That's why it makes beautiful. In other words, it's because of diversity in a nation. It is beautiful. Otherwise, if there's only a single, then you become monotonous to look at that one. But because of this diversity, India has become beautiful. India is this strong. Why? Because rich culture, competition, rich culture makes India beautiful and strong. That's why I said that leadership in the country should not forget that India is a land of unity and diversity. Once you overlook this diversity, India will cease to be India. And therefore, leadership in the country, I think we should be very mindful about the foundation upon which India unity stands. And that is my belief, and I think that was the dream of the framer of the Constitution of India, that India can survive as a united nation only on the basis of secular character.
Thank you. It's very good, sir.
Yes.
You are founder of Nagaland,
Yes.
father figure, and we can say Bhishma Pitama of Nagaland. How do you think the world culture is growing through economy and so on? How you will be able to save the native culture of Nagas?
Yes, yes. I have been telling central leadership.
Central leadership.
Leadership.
Mhm.
I used to tell the leaders of India that you first treat Nagaland as a real part of India geographically, politically, and constitutionally. Once you recognize that three aspects, then you'll definitely feel very close to the people of Nagaland. You also feel, oh, they are our brothers, they are our sisters, in this way. Secondly, in order to develop any part of the country, you require peaceful condition. But unfortunately, Nagaland had been involved in this insurgency for the last so many years. So, gun culture has really damaged the very soul of Naga people. So, how to redeem from these elements? Now that the underground people have signed two agreements, political agreements. One is called Framework Agreement between the NSCN-IM and Government of India on 3rd August 2015. And this was signed in the presence of Prime Minister, Home Minister, and National Security Advisor on one side. And on behalf of Government of India, it was signed by the interlocutor. On behalf of the underground, Moiba, General Secretary of the party, signed it. There, sovereignty is not there, integration is also not there. That means this is within the Constitution of India. Another agreement was made with another political group of the underground, which is called Agreed Position, which was signed on 17 November 2017. There also, sovereignty is not there, integration is not there. That means these two political agreements will be part and parcel of the Indian Constitution. And if it is so, why delay?
Why delay?
Why delay? A mighty India. Now India is emerging as one of the world powers in this century. A mighty India, how can they be afraid of those groups? Why? When we can control the world, how can you just sit over your own decision for the last so many years? Once this is done, Nagaland will become peaceful. And when it is peaceful, you can think about economic development, social development, educational development, and all sorts of things. Because people will be free to think, free to act. And since it's a beautiful area, then investors will come from the rest of the country freely. But today they cannot invest because their money is not secure, their life is not secure. But in order to do away all these obstacles, these two agreements must be immediately implemented by the leadership of the country. And I hope the Prime Minister knows it very well because it was signed in his presence. So let him prove that mighty India means business. And don't allow this to linger, creating so much a problem for the people of Nagaland. And of course for the country also. So the interest of the people of Nagaland, in the interest of India, why not you have a peaceful, progressive, prosperous Nagaland? And this will be the most assured security for the people of India, because we shall be the guard in the border. So this is our request, and this is our demand, And this is our, I think, this aspiration to have a peaceful life in Nagaland also.
Yes, sir. Sir, you have served 20 years as Chief Minister, I think more than 20 years as Chief Minister of Nagaland, and at the same time you have served as Governor in different parts of India, almost 20 years. How do you see the linkage between Nagaland and the rest of India, and what is the future of this linkage?
Yes, yes. In the past, during British, this area was kept as an excluded area. We are not allowed to participate in Indian national freedom movement.
Mhm.
So it was kept completely isolated. So that has developed alienation from the mainland.
Mhm.
So when we were here, we never thought that we are Indians. We were also told we are Nagas. But after formation of the state of Nagaland, we are functioning under the Constitution of India, and therefore that feeling of this Indian nationalism has been felt in this part of the country and also northeast India. And this have to be developed. Number one, once we have economic development, our boys and girls will not only think about Nagaland, they'll think about the country. So that feeling of oneness, emotional integration
Yes.
with the rest of the country, once it starts, that people talk about, I'm Indian. Because nowadays, whenever we go abroad, where are you from? Nagaland. Because it was in your mind. But future generation, if we are carefully cultivate their mind from now on, whenever they go anywhere, they'll say, I'm Indian. So that requires, I think, emotional integration with the rest of the country. And that can be developed only in peaceful conditions.
Yes.
When you started killing your own people, who will come?
Mhm.
So I have been telling that let this settlement be over now. Then we shall fully concentrate on economic development. Why? Now we are talking about look-east policy or egg-east policy. Look-east policy of the government of India. Now we are looking to the east, not west, India. Because we are the leader of these Asian countries. China, Nagaland, India, and Japan. Three pillars of Asia. Now we have decided that we should now look towards the east. That is the reason why we have adopted look-east policy. Right now it is converted to act-east policy. That's why this construction of roads, 4-lane, 2-lane, connecting with the east. Once this is matured, there will be tremendous inflow of population from Southeast Asian countries and for investment. And since this is the corridor to the mainland, that time Nagaland will also reap the benefit of this economic boom. So in order to make that possible, we should have peace now and build up our educational institution, our health care system, our communication, so that we also grow with the rest of the country when this new economic phenomena comes to India. And that requires peace in this land, not only in Nagaland, Manipur, Arunachal, everywhere.
Arunachal.
Sir, you are very close to Jawaharlal Nehru.
Yes.
What you wish to say about his, in these days Jawaharlal Nehru is being criticized in so many ways.
During our time, he was looked upon as demigod, very popular. Then, in Parliament also, he was a person who will never miss Parliament as a Prime Minister, because he was purely, really a Democrat. I was very young, but there was one incident in Parliament. Renuka Parkakuti of Assam, she raised a question in Parliament whether the Prime Minister will be prepared to meet Naga leaders as a Fizo who is exiled in England. Then he said, yes. But since I was sitting behind him, I said, that is a wrong reply. So it was heard by press people. It was flashed the following day that S.C. Jamir, his parliamentary secretary, opposed Pandit Nehru. That was like this. All the Congress leaders, they started scolding me. Why I have done it? No, I have got a right to do that. So some people said, you'll be sacked. It's all like. So after that, he went to this Bombay. That time, Maharashtra, it was only Bombay state.
Yes.
He went there, then came back. Then he called me to his office. So I said, Jamir, have I made any mistake? Then I said, yes, sir. Why? Then I said, you have created this state of Nagaland. It is very young. At this stage, without the permission without taking into confidence the state, how can you meet the rebel leader? What should I do? I think you should have said that in consultation with the Chief Minister of Nagaland, I'll meet as a fellow. Then he immediately gave a ring to the Hokam Singh, who was speaker. Then when he made a statement. So a small boy like me, he was a tallest figure in the country. But he could understand the emotion, the feeling, the reality of small boy like me for Nagaland, because it is a national issue. So that kind of personality you will not get today. Because he was down to the earth, and he really respected the views of elected members. And he was a very disciplined man. In Parliament, he would sit throughout whole day, unless there is engagement. Not like today.
Sir, finally it is our great pleasure for us and fortune for us that we are able to meet you. One final thing I want to know, that what human values rest of India can learn from Nagas.
Well, it is the Naga people who should learn from the rest of the country, number one. Why? Nagas should develop a global mind, bigger vision, to be proud of a great country, not confined to a small this thinking. Similarly, what India not learn, what India should do is take us as the real members of the Indian family.
Yes. No, but I am asking that what human values are there in Naga community which can be introduced to rest of India?
Actually, among the tribes of the country, there are so many tribes. It is only Naga people after the Second World War, along with the colonial people, felt that they are different people. That is the reason why they even went against British India to demand a separate homeland for Naga people. And that kind of political vision, that kind of courage, that kind of bravery, I think it is inbuilt in Naga spirit. So that spirit of patriotism, maybe in a small scale, but we can make that spirit of Naga, this patriotism, for the whole country. That's all.
Okay, thank you, sir. Finally, after retirement, what we are going to do, you have heard about Rabindranath Tagore, the great poet
Yeah.
who established a Shanti Niketan
Yeah.
in 20th century.
Yeah.
We are somehow feel that a 21st century Shanti Niketan should be established in our country, and we are trying to do that.
That's good.
This is our brochure.
Research Institute,
Yeah.
where the mind is without fear. Yeah.
Yes. So,
This Tagore lecture, I think, provided. We strictly, steadfastly adhere to secular character. I used to tell RSS, just to meet me,
mhm.
you do social work, nicely, economic development, but don't interfere in religion.
In
Religion.
In religion.
hmm.
Especially in Nagaland. For hundreds and hundreds of years, we are surrounded by Assam, one side, Hindu and Muslim. Other side, Manipur, Hindus. East, Myanmar, it was called Burma, Buddhists. None of them disturb us. It is only from America they saw that there is a tribe in the north, in the corner of India. So they came and they gave us Christianity. Otherwise, we never had religion. So that has become part and parcel of our religion. So we respect. Here in Nagaland, whether Muslim or Hindu
Hindus.
or Christian, we never feel the difference. And there was never ever trouble between the religious communities. So don't disturb this religion. Why should you, now in certain parts of India, they started forcing Christian pastors to eat this, like this, killing also, burning also. So don't disturb it, because it is very sentimental as far as religion is concerned, very sentimental. So don't commit mistake on this. But you freely do whatever social work you have to do, but don't touch in this religion. They are asking about 371A article. There, it is a separate article for Nagaland to protect our social, religious and land. And it reads like this. Notwithstanding anything contained in the Constitution of India, the following subjects will be inserted in Article 371A. A. Social and religious practices. Parliament cannot pass law by itself without the consent of the Nagaland. Religious practice also. Land and resources also. So don't touch on this. So we should discuss with RSS also. Be careful in this area. Don't disturb this the harmony between people.
Religions.
And what's the harm? You're a Hindu, I'm a Christian, but we're human beings. We're human beings only.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hindus have got the same eyes, same mouth. Right? So also Christian. Because all of us are God's creation. You know so.
Yes.
So why should they discriminate? That's what I used to think. If India has to remain united,